Hey guys, the DVD update here for DVD update, something like 16, I believe. So, all the single discs you're going to see in this update are from my best buddy Big Lots. So yeah, and so I have a bunch of single discs. This isn't my biggest one. That's still going to be 14, where I had something like crazy, like 70 DVDs from Big Lots, which is messed up. But this one I only have about 30. And then I have a bunch of box sets. So let's get started quickly here. Not quickly, but I'm going to take my time on this one. We got, sorry about that. Like I was saying, the first one up is called Stiletto Dance with Eric Roberts, apparently. Every move could be fatal. Wow. Check it out. Half-naked lady with a cool snake tattoo, apparently, on the cover. Yes. When you're undercover with the Russian mob, the last woman you should be caught with is the wife of a brutal mob killer. So, yep. That pretty much explains it right there. It's in one of these snapper cases like so. Older DVD. Next up, I already have, and it kind of bothers me that I already have this one, and I bought it for $5 at Walmart in the $5 bin, and it's the Mothman Prophecies. This is the special edition with 2 discs for $3, and I bought the single disc for $5 at Walmart. Bullshit! Anyway, the whole reason I got it is because I do like this movie. I know some people don't, but I do like the movie, and it's 2 discs. So I'll probably give the other one to my friend. But, what do we got on here? Filmographies, no one cares. Second disc, what do we got? All that. I'm not sure what is on the single disc. But, I mean, the 2 discs has got to have more special features, right? So, Mothman Prophecies. It's actually kind of a freaky movie because I watched it at night. Really asleep. Next up, what do we got here? Now, I wanted to see this one for a while as well, but just never got around to it. It's Into the Cut with Meg Ryan and Mark Ruffalo and Jennifer Jason Leigh. Yeah, I don't know why I wanted to see this. I'm not really sure, but I know there's I think there's like an uncut version maybe. Yeah, this one's the R one, but, I don't really care to see it uncut. I just wanted to get to see it. So, in the underbelly of Lower Manhattan, a reserved English professor becomes obsessed after seeing more than she should of an impassioned couple. After the young woman turns up dead, Franny is questioned by a homicide detective who draws her into a liberating but disturbing erotic encounter. As the body count rises, familiar suspects begin to emerge. So yeah, and I think Meg Ryan gets naked in this. Heck yeah, that's always a plus. Next up is a flick called The Cavern. Really looks like the cover for The Cave, but Descend into Terror. So yeah, just because it's a horror movie, I grabbed it up. Check it out. At least by so many pictures. At first I thought it would be Echo Bridge, judging by the cover. But it's the winner of the Shriekfest fan favorite in 2005 and the official selection for the Chicago Horror Film Festival in 2005. So in the Kizzle I guess, I don't know how to pronounce that. It's kind of a weird-ass name for a desert. In it's Central Asia, okay. A team of explorers learn of a newly discovered cave system and set out on an expedition to explore it. However, as soon as they begin the descent, it quickly becomes clear that this was a secret that should have remained below the surface, as members of the team find themselves caught in a desperate fight for their lives. What does that sound like? I think you guys know. So yeah, within the cavern, yada 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 yada. So yeah. That was The Cavern. Next up is Ghost Stories. 8 episodes as seen on the Fox Family Channel. I never watched any of these on the Fox Family Channel, but I was willing to give it a shot. They're not really labeled, but like on the DVD sites, there's like Volume 1 and Volume 2. I think this is like Volume 1. I have the second volume coming up as well. I love me some Lou Diamond Phillips, so I had to grab Redwater with Lou Diamond Phillips and Christy Swanson. Fear strikes where you least expect it. So yeah, it's a shark movie with Lou Diamond Phillips. Plunge into the depths of terror. Yeah, it's about a bull shark that is swimming in the Mississippi. So yeah, dive into this carnivorous adventure when a massive man-eating bull shark takes over the quiet waters of the Mississippi. So yeah, good stuff. Redwater. Next up we have one with Sean Penn, Ed Harris, and I can't read that name, Gary something. And State of Grace, the Irish Mob in New York. Ed Harris is cool, so Sean Penn, you know, he's alright as well, but not my favorite. New York's Hell's Kitchen is a pressure cooker of pent-up anger, and it's about to explode. Sean Penn, Ed Harris, Gary Oldman, Robin Wright, John Turturro, and John C. Reilly deliver exceptional performances in this finely drawn tale of betrayal, redemption, and guilt that'll put you on the edge of your seat. Terry Newen, Penn returns to his old neighborhood with a score to settle. He's now an undercover cop dead set on taking down the Irish mob family headed by Frankie Flannery and his hot-headed brother Jackie. But when Noonan infiltrates the family, his old feelings for the Flannery's sister further heighten the stakes as he enters in a violent showdown with them during a crowded St. Patrick's Day parade. State of Grace. Okay, next up is a flick called The End of Violence with Bill Pullman and Andie MacDowell. The cover looks like. Flip it over to the back here. Widescreen and standard, so most likely a flipper disc. 2 hours and 2 minutes, 96 it came out. Celebrated director Wim Wenders, what a name is that, huh? Brings Bill Pullman, Andie MacDowell, and Gabriel Byrne together in an electrifying suspense thriller. Let's skip down to where... Skip. Okay. Manufacturing on-screen violence has created an entertainment empire for fast-lane Hollywood producer Mike Max. But when Max comes into possession of the details concerning a top-secret anti-crime satellite surveillance system, the information turns this master of imagery mayhem into a real-life victim. Escaping to LA's shadowy underworld, Max is forced into a heart-stopping confrontation with the forces beyond his comprehension and violence beyond his deadliest fictional creations. Is this the end of violence or just the beginning? I had to skip all that BS that tells how good the movie is and try to get to the actual what the movie's about. So that was The End of Violence. Next up is The Rachel Papers with Dexter Fletcher and Ione Skye. Is that how you would say it? I found this quote interesting. The freshest teen movie since Heathers. Flip her over. I saw this in Hepcap Hottie's video, and I read about it and said, alright, I'll check it out. Widescreen and full screen. Where's this at? 89. Computer geeks usually don't get the girls, but imagine how things would change if a computer program could help. The amusing, sharply acted teen comedy follows a young genius as he allows his raging hormones, high intellect, and desktop computer to ensure him in the most unsolvable of all equations, love. Sweet. Sounds alright. Got some screenshots back there. And so that was The Rachel Papers.